Today's scripture reading is from the book of Esther, chapter 1, verses 1 through 19. And I will be reading from the Inclusive Bible today, and all scripture readings for today's service will be from the Inclusive Bible. The following events took place during the time of Ahasuerus, the same Ahasuerus who ruled 127 provinces from India to Ethiopia, when he set up the imperial throne in the capital city of Susa. During the third year of his reign, he gave a feast for all the government officials and members of the royal court, as well as the governors of Persia and Media and all the nobles and administrators of the provinces. So Ahasuerus put all the wealth of the empire on display for many days, 180 in all, with a great show of pomp and grandeur. At the end of those 6 months, Ahasuerus gave a banquet for everyone in the capital city of Susa, both the mighty and the lowly. The banquet lasted for 7 days and was held in the courtyard of the royal gardens. The regal court was adorned with white and purple tapestries which hung by cords of fine linen and purple thread attached to silver rings on large marble pillars. Couches of gold and silver were placed on a mosaic floor of malachite, marble, mother of pearl, and turquoise. Wine was served in golden goblets, each one unique in design. The wine flowed freely, as was the style at an imperial banquet. The ruler gave strict orders, however, that no one was required to drink and that the waiters respect the preferences of the guest. Queen Vashti also gave a banquet for the women in the court of Ahasuerus. On the 7th day of the revels, Ahasuerus was drunk after a great deal of wine. He ordered Mahuman, Biztha, Harbona, Bigtha, Abagtha, Zethar, and Carcass, the 7 eunuchs who attended to his every need, to bring Queen Vashti into his presence, crowned with the royal diadem, to put on a show of her beauty for those present and for the government officials. She was very beautiful. But Queen Vashti rebuffed the eunuchs and refused to obey the order. At this, Ahasuerus became irate and his rage boiled over. So he consulted with all of his chief advisors, all experts in matters of law, since it was common to consult lawyers and jurists in such matters. He called Karshena, Sethar, Admatha, Tarshish, Meresh, Marsina, and Macumen, the 7 governors of Persia and Media, who had special access to the royal court and held the top offices of the empire. "What does the law say about this?" Ahasuerus asked. "How do we deal with this matter of Vashti's disobedience to the order which I, Ahasuerus, delivered to her through the eunuchs?" Memucan answered in the presence of the sovereign and all the governors, "Vashti has shown disrespect not only to you, Ahasuerus, but also to all the governors and peoples in all the provinces of your empire. News of her conduct will spread to women of the empire, and it will fan the flames of insolence among them toward their spouses. They could say, 'Look, Ahasuerus ordered Vashti to appear before him, and she refused.' The spouses of all the governors of Persia and Media will hear of Vashti's behavior by the end of the day and will start talking to the governors in the same manner. That will encourage anger and scorn all around. If it is your will, then, issue a royal decree to be fixed irreversibly into the laws of Persia and Media, which states that Vashti is never again to appear before Ahasuerus, and that her position is to be given to another who is more worthy."